It might be good if I put my face on air. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm so glad you're here. You know what? We're doing the post-game show for the Detroit Red Wings coming into Vancouver against the Vancouver Canucks. And you know by now that the Red Wings shut us out 4-0 because, you know, that's exactly what you would think they would do, right? That's exactly okay. So full disclosure, tonight's going to be totally interactive, okay? Because I had another Christmas party, and so I wore my Christmas sweater again, okay? My Canucks Christmas sweater to a second Christmas party. This party, though, was at my house. Okay, it was at my house. So, yeah, that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. I'm just making sure all my settings are proper. I've been noticing my voice and my mouth are a little bit off. So I don't know how to fix that. And it's like I just got double the internet speed. So not really sure why I'm having issues. Okay, so 4-0. Terrible. I was not able to watch it. If I would have watched it, I would have gotten major trouble for my wife tonight. We had a house full of people. We had tons of food. I am so full right now. It's ridiculous. My wife makes this awesome punch with, I think it's cranberries or some kind of punch. And then it has like a fruit punch. And then it had ginger ale in it. It was fantastic. There was chicken wings. There's, chips and dip, all kinds of things. Like the amount of food that I had tonight was awesome, was totally awesome. And I'm blanking all the good stuff I ate, but it was great. So I need your help tonight in the post-game show, but I'll go quickly first and just go through the stats. But Gibson stops 37 shots. Okay, the Canucks outshoot them again. This is the weird thing. Why do the Canucks keep out shooting teams and we keep losing? This is the thing that everyone's been complaining about and saying, RevTrev, I don't get it. We need to get more shots. If we get more shots on net, we're going to win more games. Nada. That's just not true. It's just not true. The Canucks outshoot them 39-20, almost doubled, and we still lose. Guys, as you can see on the right-hand side here, shots on goal, 11 in the first, 11 in the second, 17 in the third, and we can't score. We can't score. John Gibson makes 37 saves for his first shutout with the Detroit Red Wings, who defeated the Vancouver Canucks. So let's just watch. I haven't watched one highlight yet. So we'll just watch the Edge Visualizer. I'm going to be going to you real quick, because I need your input, but here we are. So Van Riemsdyk's here. Look at, so we got 3 Canucks there. Now it's 2, 1-on-1. Retool's here, passes it in front. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Is that a giveaway? That's what it looked like to me. So Van Riemsdyk scores his 7th of the season. Then we've got Andrew. Like, listen, guys, we don't have any Canucks goals to do. Hronek here. Passes it to Coop. Where? Sending Pelka. And then, sending Pelka that's a guy we could have drafted as well. It was either him or Verlander. And Pelka gets 2 assists. So that must mean He got second star of the game. Oh, my goodness. That doesn't look good for us. And then Nate Danielson, very interesting to see. I wish I would have watched this game to see how they played. There's a lot of rumors about Quinn Hughes going to, oh, what a tip. What a tip. Quinn Hughes going to Detroit. So I think a lot of people are watching for that. And here's the empty netter. It doesn't matter. But Larkin with his 16th goal of the season and gets it, passes it over to Larkin, shoots it, scores. Well, that stinks. That stinks. What's there to talk about tonight? 27 hits for us. 0 for 2 on the power play. Again, we cannot score on the power play. Hence, we are losing. Our 5-on-5 is terrible. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going, oh, I kept that small the whole time. Can you even see it well? Let me just look at this. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's not like you can see it really well. My apologies, everyone. Okay, this is the big question I want you to answer. Post it in the comments, okay? Are you team retool, team tank, or team full rebuild? Post it in the comments right now. I'm going to talk about the game from your perspective, but that's what I need to hear from you, okay? But this is the question I'm going to answer. I'm going to hit the promo, and I'm getting right over to your comments. I'm so glad you're here. I need your help tonight. But it looks like another game. And, yeah, are you team retool, team tank, or team rebuild at this stage? What are you thinking? So, going to hit the promo, get into your comments, and we'll talk about the game. We'll talk about anything you want regarding the Canucks. Let's go. All right, so I'm going to dive into your comments. There was a ton of people that came in and didn't even ask the question yet. Rod is team tank. Stuart is in the building. Good to have you here. Rod wants McKenna to Vancouver. That's what he wants. But oh, we beat the Wild. I thought the Canucks weren't tanking, RevTrev. They're not. They're not tanking. They are unintentionally tanking. Okay, Rod. If you want to get a little bit pushbacky, I'll tell you exactly what they're doing. They're doing unintentional tanking. They're actually trying to win the game, bro. That's what they're trying to do. But do you think what team are you on? Obviously, I know what team you're on. David W says 4-0 Red Wings. It's back to the so-called tankathon for the Canucks, right? Yes, we want Bedard to come back home to Vancouver, number 98, 100%. For sure. Coach Rob is in the building. Good to have you. Dell is saying it's only game 30, 52 more to go. Oh, man, think about 52 more games. This is bad. Kind of feel bad for Trev. How does he put a positive spin on this? There's not a lot of positives to talk about tonight. For sure, people first. Yukon is here. Good to see you. Ken is in the building. Ken Patrick's in the building. Just at work, listening in for my post-game therapy. Yeah, this tonight. I don't even feel like I feel sad anymore. I don't expect us to win. And then when you lose 4-0, what do you say? What do you say? And we outshot them by double. And it's like, really? We couldn't score? Like my good buddy Steve that I go to games with, and we've been friends for years. He messaged me and says, are you watching the Canucks? I said, no, I heard it's 4-0. What happened in the game? He said, it's over. So many chances, so little finish. Lankinen got pulled after 2. Besser looks disinterested and slow. And I'm like, ouch, anyone off the Canucks look good? He said, nope. That's the big game report from Steve-O, who watched the game, everyone. Hans is tanking in MVP 2025, 2026, so he's not good. Mitch is in the building. Hello. I enjoy your content exponentially. Streams are great work. How are you? I'm great. Thank you that you like this. I do apologize that I didn't watch the game. So some people are going to like, why would you watch RevTrev? He didn't even watch the game. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. But if I would have watched the game tonight, I would have been in serious trouble for my wife. And not that she's mean or anything like that. We just had a house full of people. What do you do? This has been planned for a long time. It is what it is. So I'm glad you're here to talk to me about that. Marcus is in the building. He says, we suck hearing Rutherford Naveen will leave if losing continues. Elvin, we suck hearing Rutherford and Elvin will leave if losing continues until Christmas. Okay. Japan 4 is in the building, and he says it's not tanking if we're dead last. We're just the worst. That's what we are, right? It has to be continuous effort. Here's my biggest problem when it comes to the tanking issue is the Canucks don't know how to do that. When we had the Bedard tank for Bedard sweepstakes going on, we started Demko in that, and it wrecked the tankathon. Okay. So apparently Demko's coming back to play on Thursday against Buffalo. That's what's supposed to be happening. So I think he's going to wreck the party if you're team tank. Just saying. At this point, for them to make the playoffs, they would almost need to go 70% winning roughly every two with one loss. I think they need to continue the tank with an odd win here and there. I'm with you at this stage. I'm with you. I hate losing on purpose, but I think even if we're trying, we're not going to win. That's how low I'm getting here, guys. I'm Mr. Positivity most nights. I mean, I love to rant. Don't get me wrong. I love to rant, but I do want to be realistic and all that kind of stuff. Realistic. This team is not good enough to compete on a nightly basis. So we're not an NHL team. It shows we're trying, but look like a minor hockey team. That's a bold statement. Lank let in some easy goals, has to go. I mean, I'm at that stage. I'm like, let's go and keep Tolopilo. Last one left, 777 says Gibby. So Gibby gets the shutout win on 39 shots. That's impressive. Red Wim, what? Red Wings? Is that what we're trying to say? I don't know. Bob, what are you saying? Bruce says team tank, which causes a full rebuild. Okay, that's where you're at. Team tank. Govind says Canucks need a full rebuild. Okay. Just team tank. We have good pieces with a top 3 from this draft and our current roster. We could be decent next season. I like that. Too. How to spell Quinn Hughes' son 8 years to sign Quinn. Spell Quinn Hughes, sign 8 years, $20 million to Bank of America. Which Bank of America? I don't really know what you're saying. Team tank, draft tanker, Tankington, not Swedish, by the way. Okay, so don't want to draft any more Swedes. Okay, I get it. Team tank and fire the entire coaching staff. We can't win our way out of a wet paper bag. Fair assessment. The Canucks look so far away from a playoff team that they're tanking without doing so purposely. Retool time at the minimum. I mean, yeah, that's what they've been doing for 5 years, 8 years. Red Wings need this win real bad. Thank you, Canucks. You're welcome. Happy to be of service. Just wish that it wasn't a shutout. You know what I mean? I wish it was like a 4-3 final if we're going to lose. Colin says, I never hoped they'd lose, but all this negative crap, I'm almost on board with all the tankers. I get it. Tanks a lot. Okay, he's a team tank here. Japan 4. Says Colin, it's not negative. It's what we need for this team to get better. If we don't, we're always going to be the mushy middle as we have been for the past 15 years. Fair. That's a fair take. Govind says, even if Demko comes back, he's probably getting injured in 2 to 3 weeks. Anyways, that's again, another fair comment. Unfortunately, I hope it doesn't happen. Trev, you are not being honest. One of your mantra statements, if the Canucks were first playing Colorado, you'd have that television on. Nope, I would not. Not tonight. Not tonight, Del. Tonight, I would not have had the game on. We had 12 people at our house, maybe 15. No, probably 12. 12 people at our house tonight, not including my own family. Okay. So yeah, it was great. It was a great night. It's really fun. Cosmic says, don't fire Tank Commander Foot until end of the season. We need a top 3 pick. Okay. Stuart still likes the Canucks. That's good. Dell says, you didn't watch for the same reason the rest of us didn't watch. They stink. You didn't watch, Dell? I'm very surprised by that. Skidding to dead last in the NHL seems like what the Canucks need to prompt management to make big changes to this team. Whether it's the Aquilinis will let the front office make such moves is very much to be determined, for sure. And Coach Rob is saying hello again. Good to see you, man. How are you? Okay, so I think I'll do one more here. Colin says, I'd like to find the stats on non-playoff teams' record in the final 15 games. The Nucks always finish strong, and others tank for better pick. 10 years I've seen it. This is the problem. If we're gonna tank, just tank. That's the key, right? So, what am I on? I've been on Team Retool for forever. Okay, believing that we could turn things around. Evidently, injuries. That's the thing. Okay, if full on disclosure, honest RevTrev thoughts. 2 years ago was some of the best Canucks hockey I've seen ever. And I'm not saying it's the best because I still love the 94 team. I liked all the years with Bure, Linden, Ojek, Ronning, Courtnall, you know what I mean? Like Lume, Kirk McLean, all those guys. Okay. All those guys. That's one of my best years. Love the Sedin years, the Sedin twin years even though there's Burrows, there's all those guys, right? So Oland, Luongo, love that. Okay. Love the West Coast Express years with Bertuzzi, Morrison, Naslund. You had Brashear in those years, I believe. Jovo Cup. I even like Kluche. Okay. I even like Kluche. Sammy Salo, all that. I think he also played in both generations. And I loved all those years. But I'm telling you, 2 years ago, rivals all that. In fact, when you're talking Pedersen, Besser, Brock Besser, or JT Miller, we trade for Lindholm, Zadorov. You've got Quinn Hughes there, of course, Demko. I just loved that team. I just loved that team. Even Myers and Susie, big boys in the back end. Ian Cole, by the way, he's kicking butt in. Why do all these Canuck guys play these long careers in other places? It's like our trash is another man's treasure, right? You got Bavillier, you've got Mikheyev, they're playing better, in Chicago and all these different things, right? But I'm just sitting there and I'm like watching that, and that gave me hope. And I'm like, we can get back there. And then last year, I don't think it was the rift that caused the big problems, everyone. I truly think it was the injuries. The rift did not help the injuries, though. We were not good enough, and the rift, and whoever you want to blame, okay? whoever you want to blame. Pettersson just looked terrible ever since he signed that contract. This year is the first year he's looked good, in my opinion, since signing that contract. And, I mean, tonight, off the score sheet, did he even play? I don't think he even played tonight. It's another night where he missed the whole game, right? So you're sitting there and you're watching him, and we need him, and we have no centers. So injuries again, guys, and that's just where we're at. Because again, Pettersson did not play, right? So our starting centers are Kempf, Ratu, Sasson, and who's the fourth guy? Oh, by the way, Höglander came back. Dang it! I really wish I would have watched it now. Carlson played center tonight. Wow. Did not see that coming. Okay, how did Höglander play? -1, 16 shifts, 13:22 was the minutes. 1 shot on net, 1 hit. Yeah, I mean, what line did he play on tonight? Anyways, back to, I got distracted. So, Team Retool, I thought we could retool. The injuries from last year or 2 years ago, last year and this year have been devastating. Devastating. You have no centerman, guys. No centerman, and it's showing. You can win 1 or 2 games the odd time, but you cannot win in the NHL without centerman. We are finding out firsthand, okay? And a lot of people are mad at management because we signed Demko to a 3-year extension for $8.5 million. Guy cannot stay healthy, and we kept Hedl. And so I'm sitting there and going, we gambled on that and we've lost. Now I don't think we gambled. That was our choice A. I think when the trade deadline happened and the free agency happened, the Canucks were trying to make moves, trades, and signings, and couldn't get anything done. So then they had to go into this year, and now they're in the year. We have significant injuries across the board, and then Hedl, of course, right? So, that's where we're at. And we are trying to make a trade now. Nobody trades significant players in the first 30 games. Sorry to tell you that, but it just doesn't happen. So everyone's like, fire the coach, trade the players, got to do something. It's like, we don't have any leverage. We're in a bad situation, and our management refuses, and I think rightfully so, to get rid of our young guys that we're developing. The prospects that we're developing, they're getting tons of minutes. So I am not team full rebuild, but I am on the team tank bandwagon because I just think that there's no way they're actually tanking. I just think they just can't compete, and we're just tanking. So I'm at the stage where I'm like, I want us to get the first overall pick. But if we get healthy and then make a run and make the playoffs, don't get me wrong, I'd way rather do that. So I'm just saying, there's a bit, like, some people are going to be really mad. Okay, about that. I'm going to go for another 7 minutes, everyone. So I'm going to get into your comments. Okay. So that's my official statement. That was a really long thing. I mean, I guess that's why you come here to hear me talk, but I mean, maybe I ranted way too long. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Cosmic says, the faster we start moving players out, the better. It will increase our chances of finishing near or at the bottom. Do you think this is the management group to do a full rebuild? I have a question. Like, do you guys think that? That's not why they showed up, right? Kelly, good to see you. By the way, I like that jersey you're wearing there. Clearance sale, everyone must go. All sales are final. Dell, I think I like this. I agree. Tocchet cost us a high draft pick. You know what? When Tocchet didn't come back, I think that was a big sign that we didn't talk yet. That is awful. That our coach, they offered him millions. He will be one of the highest paid coaches. And he said, no, thanks. And he went to Philadelphia, who is way worse than us. And he's doing well there. Doodle Hockey is here. How are you doing, Jacob? Great to see you. It's dark days in Vancouver, as we know. Trying to stay positive. The darkness is closing in, brother. But it is what it is. Okay, hopefully they trade Sherwood soon before his value drops. That way he doesn't help ruin the tank and we get better value for him. I do think we could get good value. The biggest rumor is that we have offered to Philadelphia Sherwood for Owen Tippett, and they said no. I would have liked that trade, actually, even though I don't want to trade Sherwood at all. I want to re-sign him, but David W. says, it's tempting to say the Canucks should only tank for a top 5 2026 draft pick. What about trading players for draft picks? The Nucks are second to last in the Western Conference, and they will have to jump. Where's the rest of it? Jump over 7 teams to get into the wild card spot. So you're saying there's a chance, okay? Kelly says, need new Canucks owner to approve rebuild. I think that's one of the things, guys. We're not getting a new owner, but he would have to sign off on a full rebuild. Hey, man, good to see you. Cosmic wants a full rebuild. Keep all the young players, okay? He doesn't trust this management, but there are no other options as far as I know, okay? You're doing great. That's great. You mean doing great despite the Canucks, our Canucks like sucking? We need a new coach, and Quinn looks upset, okay? Doodle says, I said today the odds of us making the playoffs is like 1%. I would love for it to happen, but we need to be realistic here and have to go on a like 113-point pace. I know, you're right. Jaden, Kemp, I missed the game, but what the hell happened here? Lots of shots, no goals. That's what happened. Demko or Lankinen got pulled. There's no Pettersson again for the second game. We're just not good enough. We're not good enough deep down the middle. Yeah, that's the Coles notes. Dell, hey Trev, when the Canucks win your streams are 60 minutes long, when they lose it's 30 minutes long, what gives? Okay, so I'll let you know. Last couple ones that have been shorter, it's been I've just needed to go. I needed to shut the stream down early. Tonight, I started the stream late because I had all the people over at my house. So I started it at 10 instead of 9:30. And I was thinking if I went to 10:30, that would be good. Plus, I honestly, for my work, I need to have appropriate sleep because I want to be fully engaged at work and give my employer the best bang for their buck. And I want to work hard for my employer. So that's the honest truth, Del. Like tonight, I'm going to be ending in another minute or so. So, yeah. Would you keep Höglander in a rebuild? That's a great question. Yeah, I think you have to probably keep him. I don't think anyone wants him. And I'm okay with keeping him. So, yeah, it was bad. I don't know what the injury is, man. They are Fort Knox. They don't tell anything. So, the St. Louis Blues were in last place at Christmas. Then they go on to win the cup. I know anything's possible. Del, I would love it. Don't get me wrong. If that happened, I would love it. Okay, guys, girls, there's 113 people in here. Okay, this is therapy session. This is frustration session. This is I don't know what's going on with Vancouver. The whole league's talking about it. Everyone's shocked. Nobody predicted our Vancouver Canucks would be dead last by this time. Okay, so yeah, you're a good man, Kemp. Thank you so much, Jaden. I appreciate it. Okay, so I do have to run. I do apologize, but life happens. I am coaching my son's basketball team. I have tons of stuff going on, and I'm trying my best to keep up and to have a conversation. My favorite thing is having Canucks conversations with people That's not my favorite thing. It's one of my favorite things. And so by doing a channel, I feel like I can have a conversation in my lives. I feel I can have that conversation with you. Okay, I got to run. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being a part of the channel and supporting and having a conversation with me and others. I appreciate you. Thursday night, it's going to be Vancouver at Buffalo. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. Right before I leave, I just wanted to show you this. So we're going to stop sharing this. Some people have already left probably, but I want to show you this. This is a Detroit Red Wings MD at Nux Zero said Elliott reported that the Quinn Hughes deal will be massive, and Detroit is one of the only teams willing and capable of doing it. Potential trade. This is his potential trade. Quinn Hughes to Detroit for Edvinson, Nate Danielson, or Marco Kasper, Finney, and then first round pick this year and first round pick next year. The first person to comment is a Red Wings fan and says, no way. Dude has 2 goals and 20 assists, giving up all the young guys up and coming for +2 first for Hughes. One line addition will not change Detroit's fortunes, like many players and future first round picks. He's not Superman, and just because his last name is Hughes, nah. And then this guy says, bro, this might be the worst tweet I've ever seen. You need to start watching a little bit more hockey before spewing out some, So there's all kinds of scenarios going on. This one's just an interesting one. I just thought it was interesting. Something to think about. If we're going to be losing Hughes, that's what it's like. That's what it's like, everyone. So now I just started a hornet's nest, and I was trying to go. But Navorius is here. It says, hoping for a much better game next time when they face Buffalo. This will not be the result I was expecting. Yeah, it's not the one for sure. I honestly think the Canucks got goalied tonight. That's true. It's true. And Coach Rob says, see you next time. See you Thursday, everyone. Have a great night. And let's keep believing in blue, whatever that means now. Team Tank, playoffs, whatever you want. Cheer for whatever you want. Okay. Go Canucks, go.